Hi there. In this episode, we'll be covering how can I self-publish my book on Amazon. Self-publishing your book is such a cumbersome process, but it can be so empowering as well. Self-publishing means you have all the power. Stay tuned to watch everything you need to know to successfully upload your book on Amazon. By the end of this video, you will learn the importance of formatting, how to set your price and royalty rates, and why you should think about distributing outside of Amazon as well. And stay tuned until the end of the video for an opportunity I really think you're going to enjoy. Let's dive in. So when you upload your book on Amazon, you're really going through what's called KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, kdp.amazon.com. I'm sharing my screen now to show what this platform looks like, and there's all these different details in place. I'm not really going to worry too much about the category and the book description. That's under this tab for paperback details or, ebook details or hardcover details. I'm focusing right now on content itself. One thing to think about when uploading your book is an ISBN code. This is a code that's used for retailers, libraries, and distributors to use to search and identify your book. Each book in each format, especially print, paperback, and hardcover, should have their own ISBN. ISBNs can be purchased from sites like Boker. It's annoying the way that the fees are set up. It's like $125 for one and $300 for 10, and there's no step in between, so it's not like you can buy 5 or 3. It's 1 or 10. So a lot of times you end up buying 10 and don't use all of them. Okay, we're scrolling down here and look at all these print options. This is what's exciting, to be able to pick and choose which interior options you use, black and white, with cream paper, with white paper, standard interior, premium color interior, and some of these are going to have an effect on the rates and the cost. If you use color printing for the interior, it's going to raise the rates. Trim size, another thing, bleed settings, paperback cover finish. You get to pick and choose. You get to make these decisions for yourself, which is scary and confusing, but it's also empowering. When you think about what choices you should make, think about other popular books in this space, mirror them. If they're doing cream paper and black and white printing, maybe it's a good idea to do that. Or maybe you want to stand apart and be different, It's really up for you to decide. All right, so this is where you would upload your manuscript. So this is really interesting. This is a big step. And you think about making sure the file matches the trim size and bleed settings. So that's super important, And when you upload your manuscript, you should use PDF, Doc or DocX, HTML, or RTF. So it's really important to think about using the right steps. And there's all these different guidelines and specifications that you can really seek out and figure out, what size the file needs to be and all those sorts of things. A lot of those are available on Amazon's platform to review. Book cover, that's another one. You can upload a single PDF that includes the back cover, spine, and front cover as one image, which is super interesting. There's a cover calculator that you can use to get the exact file dimensions and formatting as well. So there's all these different things, but to keep in mind, to include spine text, your book must have at least 79 pages. So you have to make it a certain size to be able to use spine text. It's interesting looking at the book preview, and this is an important step. So this is the print previewer. This is a book called Baseball Imposters by Rob Scheinkoff, a friend of mine. Been helping him with some Amazon back-end stuff. So I'm just showing what this looks like in the system. Here's the cover. What does this look like? Is this set properly? And you can actually page through. Okay, what does this look like inside? Looks good. It's exciting to be able to do this and see what it looks like. Okay, so we're going to go back. Here's an interesting thing to keep in mind, your print cost. And it tells you per book. So you want to have your book priced accordingly so you can make money off of it, because Amazon's going to take its cut and the printing costs get pulled out. And that's where the balancing act comes in with setting the right price. So we're going to actually go to price next. We're going to go to the pricing tab, paperback rights and pricing. And this is where you get to set where your book gets sold. Primary marketplace is Amazon typically. Okay, so if you sell your book for $14.99 and the printing cost is $2.92, your rate is, Amazon's rate is 60%, and your rate is 40% potentially. You might get $3 per book, which is not bad. I mean, $3 to $5 is typically common. So it's interesting looking at availability in different marketplaces. These are some things that I want to look into a little bit more. It's always interesting looking at the back end, looking at the availability for different things and setting these prices accordingly. This is such an important step. Request a book proof. When you are uploading a book for sale on Amazon, request a proof. You want to look at it, you want to feel it, you want to hold it. They will send you a copy of the book to see what it looks like, which is super important because the last thing you want to do is publish a book that's not quite ready, that the formatting's weird, something's wrong with it, and now it's in readers' hands and the readers are complaining, oh, this book isn't formatted properly. That's the worst thing that can happen because now they're not even paying attention to the content. They're focused on all the things that we got wrong with the formatting. So request a proof. One more thing I want you to think about is outside distribution. I've shown you Amazon's platform. Think about getting in bookstores. Think about getting in libraries. What is it going to take to get there? A lot of times it involves distribution through an outside distributor like Ingram Spark. Ingram Spark is what gets books into bookstores. So if you go to your local Barnes & Noble or your local independent bookstore, that's how books end up there. I was talking to a friend of mine who runs Bronx River Books, which is a bookstore that's close to me, an independent bookstore. It's just north of New York City. It's a great stop. It's right along the Metro North. And I was talking to the owners there, and they were talking to me about how often self-published authors want to come into the store and get their book in the bookstore, and they tell them, we can't get it. We can't order it. They can't order it because they don't order through Amazon. They order through Ingram Spark. So if you're interested in getting your book into your local bookstore and you don't want to actually manually bring the copies over and say, hey, I got some books, I want you to sell them, work through Ingram Spark. Get distribution outside of Amazon's platform for Ingram Spark, and it will allow you to be in more places. The more places that you can put your book, the more possible and likely it is that people are going to find it. So it's just super exciting to have those other options out there. And I want you to take advantage of them because, it's very limiting sometimes when we focus on just one platform and being in one place when you can be everywhere all at once. If you're interested in learning more about how can I self-publish my book on Amazon, I'd love to talk. I have so many insights to share from my 7 years in book writing and publishing, ghostwritten 40 plus books. I'd love to talk to you and help you on your way, give you some tips and insights and maybe provide some services as well. Just head to my website. It's goodghostwriter.com. You can click the link below and let's talk. Let's talk about your book and let's talk about your book goals and how maybe I can help you on your way. Remember, a good book can change your life. I'm Dan Good. Thanks for watching.